I agree with you. So let's move on, talk about this Missouri game because, like I said, I'm 100% with you in agreement that we really don't know who this team is right now. We have no idea. They're about to take a massive step up in competition, and that's not me giving flowers to Missouri because I genuinely don't think Missouri is that great. But I think the three teams that Memphis has played thus far,
they're not good.
They're not good at all. And I know Missouri knocked off K-State this weekend at home.
Thicker kicker.
Yeah.
He nailed
Harrison Mevis. But I just still do not think Missouri is that good. I'm sorry. Their defense.
They have good pieces.
Their defense is solid. You know how I feel about Brady Cook.
He cooked. Speaking, I mean, no pun intended. He cooked against Kansas State.
Don't care.
Okay.
Still don't think he's very good. Never have since he's.
And he was a little hobbled throughout that game too.
Yeah. I think offensively they are very reliant on Luther Burden. So I'm very interesting to see what Matt Barnes does as far as scheming around him because he's got. Because is it this? How do they play it? Do they try to take Luther Burden away? Good freaking luck. Or did they say we're going to let him get his and he's going to be the only one that touches us? Because we've seen that before.
Yeah, but his run after the catch ability, his deep play ability, his big play threat ability, like I don't want you to just sort of say, well, if he's going to cook us in man coverage, let's let him cook us. Yeah. I think you need to try to bracket him. You need to try to confuse Brady Cook's eyes. I think the secondary is good. I don't think there's anybody good enough to deal with Luther Burden in a one-on-one situation. Great. That's the truth of it. But try to bracket him. Try to find ways to take him out of the game. I think that's your best bet. But you're not going to take him all the way out. That's the truth.
To me, two keys. This is how Memphis wins this game. On defense, get pressure.
Yep.
Like I said, I don't think Brady Cook is that good. I think if you get in his face, if you make him uncomfortable, if you rattle him, he has shown that he will make mistakes.
Yep.
Get pressure. I don't care.
I think they're more equipped than they've been in the past to get pressure, too.
100% they are. So get pressure, get exotic, which I think we could see this week. When you go in this type of environment, we've seen Memphis do it against Ole Miss, Mississippi State. Like, they tend to really let it all hang out against these SEC opponents. So I expect that again. I don't expect Matt Barnes to play conservatively as a play caller because he knows what they have in Luther Burden. And if you give him time to beat you downfield, he will. So defensively, heat up Brady Cook. Offensively, you probably think I'm going to say run the ball. Seth Hennigan's the key.
Yeah, he's got to. He can't make mistakes.
Can't make mistakes. He can't.
Don't give them extra possessions.
No, cannot have a multiple turnover. You can probably survive an interception or a fumble because it's football. It's going to happen more than likely. But if he's 2-3 turnovers, then I just don't see a way of Memphis winning this game. So he's got to be on his A game. He's got to be crisp. He's got to be good going through his progressions and getting to his reads. Obviously, a semblance of the run game needs to be there.
Need to take pressure off of him too.
Yes, but if they aren't able to run the ball effectively, which if I'm a betting man, I would say they probably are not going to be able to run the ball effectively against this defensive front. He's going to have to be really good for them to win this game.
I think when you talk about getting guys involved, get Sutton Smith and Blake Watson involved as much as possible on the offensive end. Screens, if you need to try to run the ball, get them in space. Try to get them in space. They're your big play guys. Yeah. Let them be big play guys. Obviously, draw up a couple shots, see what you can do. Like Joe Skates can take the top off the defense. His hands are a little shaky at times, but you need to try to hit some timely plays offensively. Because the one problem with this offense with the lack of run game is that, like, staying on schedule has been the biggest issue for them the past 3 years.
Yep.
Just stay on schedule a little bit better.
Yeah. Allowing defenses to kind of pin it back,
find ways. But yeah, I think pressure on the quarterback, and I think if you're thinking in the abstract here, use the extra preparation to your advantage. Use that extra prep. You're done on Thursday. It seemed like they avoided, for the most part, a bunch of crazy injuries. Get people healthy. Get whatever you need to get installed. Get everybody prepped and ready to go this week. Use those extra days to your advantage because you're going to need them.
Yeah, if you're looking at it from completely zoomed out, objective point of view, like it lines up for Memphis to have a really good shot in this game. They have a long week, played on Thursday against Navy, so you got a week and a half to prepare, or 9 days to prepare. Missouri's coming off of an extremely emotional win over K-State.
And it could be pretty sleepy in the Dome come Saturday.
Yeah, and before I get there, it is disgusting to watch a team rush the field after beating a number 15 team, a 15 ranked team in the country.
Rivalry one, and also
Bro, that's gross.
I get it. I agree wholeheartedly. But on that point, like Eli Drinkwitz needed that win. That program needed that win.
I get
badly.
that, but come on.
Yeah.
If you beat if they would have beat
you would say act like you've been there before,
but they haven't.
But
I
they
get
haven't
that.
lately.
But at least let it be like a good team. Like
when they played
good.
Oklahoma in 07 or 08 and they beat them at home. Yeah, sure,
Right.
Russia Field.
Yeah,
one, no.
You beat a top 10, top 15 team that's been impressive. But K-State, like, come on, no one should have rushed the field over K-State.
I get it. I understand.
Especially at
I'm
an
with
SEC
you.
school. That's pretty trash.
I'm with you.
But yeah, I think it all lines.
But
up well.
Colorado rushed the field against Nebraska last weekend. So, I mean, we've seen some bad field rushes already this year.
Yeah.
They rushed against Colorado State too.
They're just fired up.
They rushed the field against Colorado State, bro.
I mean, that team won one game last year, so they've already tripled the win.
They got a bunch of loopy folks in those stands smoking that devil's lettuce. That's what's going on there in Boulder, baby.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But I really do. I think it lines up well for Memphis. If they go out, they play their game, they execute. Like, it's all the factors of an upset.
Yeah.
Let's say that. Like,
but I've heard some people I respect that I've talked to about the game that follow Memphis football are doing the whole, they have no chance. They're going to lose by 3 scores. People can call me Homer. People can say that I'm being ridiculous and being way too hopeful. But I look at that line in the dome, potentially sleepy, a little bit extra, a couple extra days to prep. Tigers can let it all hang out. It feels like you have nothing to really lose. They're probably, there should be some peeved people. I would be mad that it's not a home game. So that would make me mad. That would make me want to take it out on Mizzou. But I see that 7-point line. I think that's about right. I'm not going to rule out the Tigers winning this game. That's not what I would predict. But I think if they lose, it's not going to be some 3-score ridiculous blowout like it was last time they played in Columbia, where it's like 63-35. It's not going to be anything like that.
And unless they're just turnover machines.
Yeah.
Unless Memphis just turns the ball over 3 or 4 times, I just don't see that happening. Once again, I'm not high on Missouri. Very open about that. Not a big Eli Drinkwitz fan, not a big Brady Cook fan. So I just don't think they're that good. I get the discrepancy in SEC talent and American Athletic Conference talent, but still,
and I don't think like Mizzou is like super well equipped to gash the Tigers defense like running the ball, so they're probably going to have to stick to throwing the ball because like Cody Schrader, man, as a running back,
they're not a dynamic offensive
Nathaniel
team anyway.
Pete's not that guy.
No.
I think that you have Luther Burden. That's who that's who Mizzou circles every week. Like, let's get him involved early and often. Tigers need to realize that and act accordingly.
Yeah.